Welcome back to LearnWire. I hope you guys are having a great Black Friday and that you had an even better Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. Let's get back to it. So I'm actually recording this video on Black Friday. I wanted to get to a couple of these tools before the holiday, but I just wasn't able to get to them. So I'm going to get to them right now this morning. And I went ahead and signed up to Dezygn. So you want to make sure you watch this entire video because I have messed around with this software for the last hour before doing my review, because this is a pretty complex software with a lot of different things you can do in the software. So I just felt like this wasn't a very good candidate for like an unboxing, because I felt like the video would end up being an hour long, if you know what I mean. So I've already kind of checked it out. I already have my opinion about it, but I'm going to get through the review and everything as unbiased as possible, because I've kind of already have my opinion on it. And then you definitely want to make sure to stay to the end for my final thoughts, and we'll go over my final thoughts in Dezygn if this is the right tool for you. Okay, so let's jump in. This is Dezygn, spelled D-E-Z-Y-G-N. It is on AppSumo. It is a new tool, a brand new tool on AppSumo, so I don't know how long they're actually going to stay on AppSumo. They've already got almost 5-star ratings with 10 reviews, so they're looking good, nice and solid right out of the gates. People are liking this tool. If you want to save 10% and go pick up your copy of Dezygn, there will be a link below. Go check that out, and you can get your 10% off, and you can get your 20% off if you are a Plus member as well. This is only available for 4 more days through Cyber Monday, and then the sale goes away. But I would think that Dezygn would be back or would stay on AppSumo for at least another month if I had to make a guess. But you don't want to gamble, and then if you're going to buy it, you may as well go and pick it up for the discount, right? For the Black Friday discount. Now, one thing you guys need to know is that to go and sign up for a free trial, it's a pain in the neck. Just so you know, that's why I make these videos for you guys. Signing up for the free trial here, they do require a credit card. So you will need a credit card in order to test out Dezygn. And then afterwards, I ended up having to wait 24 hours for them to activate my account. Even though I gave them my credit card information, I followed all the directions, I did not have access to the tools. I had to submit a support ticket and everything. So then it was, a day or two go by, and then they did answer the request and they apologized and activated my account. So that's just something that I think that they need to fix. If someone is giving you their credit card information, trying to activate a trial, I held up to my end of the bargain. You need to hold up your end as well and make sure I have access right away. There's just something about, giving someone your credit card information over the internet that you don't know who they are really, and then nothing happens, right? So that was just a little bit of a turnoff right off the bat, but nonetheless, I will say that their customer service was good, did answer the ticket. They do have a good ticketing system. I'll try to show you that when we get into it, but let's jump in and just want to go over some of the things. Now this is there's 15 tools here. All these tools listed right here, there's a ton of tools, and you can think of that as kind of like each one of these is something different that you can use inside of the tool. And it's definitely a Canva type tool that has a bunch of different things that you can do inside of there. Okay. So we're going to come over here to the single pricing plan. For the lifetime deal is $49. You're going to get 500 AI generations per month, 50 Dezygn background removals per month, 50 Dezygn videos per month, and 100,000 monthly visitors for the AIZign site. I don't think I'm going to be going over the site right here in this video because it's just too many things to go over in this video, but maybe we'll have time to open that up. As you go into the double plan, you got $98 for the 1,500 AI generations, and you get double the background removals. And if you're a solopreneur, you're running YouTube, you want to use the background removals to maybe create YouTube thumbnails and so forth. This 100 is probably going to be just fine for you. I'd be a little bit leery about picking up the single plan on this one because this could essentially replace Canva for you. It could replace if you're paying for Midjourney per month, there's another $10. So that's like $25 a month right there that this could potentially replace. but I wouldn't feel too comfortable doing it unless I at least had the double plan. And that's just me. If a tool like this, if I'm going to go all in on, I may as well get to the multiple for just $50 more. And you're never going to have to worry about the AI generations. And I can tell you that the AI generations are pretty slick and pretty amazing. This could definitely replace Midjourney in most cases because of the quality and the different things that you can do with this tool. So I think that this would be a pretty good plan. I think the pricing's great. $147, you get unlimited right there, and unlimited traffic to your AIZign site as well. So we've got the founder's message right over here. Sorry, my scroll on my mouse, I'm still getting used to. I don't really like it. We've got the information right over here, a message from Dezygn, company and product facts. I'm not going to go too much into that. I don't see a roadmap right here. I'd love for people to launch. When you launch on AppSumo, you should definitely have a roadmap so people can check it out, right? Because it's going to save you a ton of questions down here as well. Okay, so let's go jump in. And right off the bat, I've already like I said, fiddled around with it for the last hour to get to know it. And here's one of them, AIZign. I want to show you the video section or portion in here, so you kind of know what this will look like. You can basically build videos. I gave it a script right here, so you can see right over here, I've got the script, and then you can choose the name, and you can choose what you want the audio or the voiceover to sound like, the AI voiceover, and you can choose your avatar and so forth, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just play this real quick.
You've got knowledge to share, and the world is ready to learn. Prepare your course content. Create engaging video lessons. Choose a platform. Price your course competitively. Promote on social media. Start today and watch your course selling journey take off.
Okay, so I'm back. It created that, right? And once the page was done and it said the video is ready, this was just a black screen. So it does say hit refresh if it does not show above. I did end up having to push refresh like twice. I ended up getting the video. And so there are some bugginess, some bugs to the software. Right off the bat, it's got some really cool features, and the UI is slick. So there's a lot of good things to say about it, but there are some bugs, and we'll kind of go through that when we are getting into the images, AI image creation, okay? But you can create something like this. If I was going to use this for a video, to me, it's still boring, and this isn't really like AIZign or Dezygn's fault. Like if you go to any of the AI generation that are similar to this, they're going to output similar results. And I just feel like if I was watching this, once I saw that it was AI, I really would just kind of skip to the next video. It's just really boring, right? So you're really going to need to take this into a video editor and add text on the screen and do some different things in order to try to keep people to stay on your video. Because if just watching something that looks like this,
you've got knowledge to share,
is just a little bit boring, right? So, but it is here. This is the video creation. I didn't see that there's any other way to create videos. You're using an avatar, right? So we've got our saved videos. I did not save that. I guess I'll go ahead and save. Now, video saved quickly. I'm going to go back over here. So let's go to what it looks like when you log in, okay? So this is what it looks like when you log in. What will you create today? You can see right over here. Okay, so there's a scroll bar right there. So you can actually scroll over and look at all these that way. You can also push the create button right here, and we can go into these right over here, new home page, DALL-E 3, and so forth. So recent creations, I've used GPTZign, AIZign, FlatZign, and so forth. And you can see right over here, we have this video that was created, and then you can see these images that I've already created. They're really, really cool. So FlatZign right over here, we can go and look at all this stuff. We can select the make private, and so it defaults to private, which is cool. If you turn this off, it'll be available for other people to look at what you've designed. And then you can see right over here, we created a real estate mail right here, and you can see the prompt right here: happy real estate agent, white male, full shot. and then directional sunlight, right? So there's some sun right there, and then there's some sunlight right here. But there, it handles realistic human photographs really well. You can see some of the other images that I've created. It's a robot right over here, super, super slick stuff. So I'm going to go show you, and then we did a little bit of writing and testing right over there. So I'll go show you some of that stuff. So right off the bat, before I actually go into that part, just want to go over, you can go into the inspiration section right up here. And this is where you're going to see what other people have been able to create using this open app. See, I would like to be able to click on this and check it out a little bit larger, but it doesn't let you do that. But it will show you what people used to create the design, and then you can just go and boom and go and try to open one up. The AIZign is probably where you're going to spend the most because that's going to be the main image creator, kind of like using Midjourney or DALL-E or Leonardo as those other popular AI image apps, right? So there's inspiration and so forth, pretty cool stuff. If you need help, you can come over here and you can see that I have my ticket right over here. So if you need to create a new ticket, you just create right here. They have their admin, their couple admins, assistants, developers. So I don't know how big their team is, but according to looking at this, it looks like there's about 4 people on this project right now. What they've been able to create with just 4 people is pretty mind-blowing. This app definitely is, pretty extensive. There's a lot of development going on in this app. But yeah, so you can turn on the email notifications. I can go and click in here and you can see that I said, hey, I told them about what's going on, and then they said, sorry for the inconvenience this caused. I activated your account, boom, and so forth. So a nice ticketing system there. We have our community over here. It looks like people are sharing and asking questions and so forth. So they have a community. That's cool, and so forth. Okay, so pretty cool. Under the help section also, they have documentation, they have the AI assistant, and they have the contact us right there. Okay, so we'll go back over here to create. And I'm going to show you the written part real quick because they do have some part over here. I'm just going to show you, you would go and create a new campaign. You'd fill out all this information and then you would push submit. I've already done that ahead of time and I've done some different things. So I created a lead magnet. Here's lead magnet ideas you can actually use. So it's going to take your persona, your project persona that you created and to create all of these, right? So I'm boutique printables. And so like if I go to campaign details, you'll see I'm boutique printables, audiences, teachers, students, parents, English. I'm going to show you this part right over here, the style of, and digital art designs is what we sell. Tone is trustworthy. Niche is digital art, 3rd grade clip art design, but you can change all those anytime. So that way when you load a different thing that you want to write in here, like all these, you have press releases, sales video, sales copy, book writing, customer profiles, case studies, YouTube videos, blog posts, Facebook posts, and so forth. You'll be able to use what your campaign says right over here. So here's where you would go and edit your campaign, and you can see all these different things. Now under the style, they seem to have a bunch of marketers in here, which is very, very interesting. So these are people these are famous internet marketers. And what's going on here is that they have loaded probably a bunch of their sales copy, the way that they write and stuff, so that it will write in the style of like Frank Kern. So if you know anything about internet marketing, Frank Kern is one of the kings of internet marketing. He's been around forever. And so if you wanted to just select Frank Kern, then you would be able to get output, the writing will be output as them. And I'm seeing there's a lot of males in here, but there are females. We've got Vicky, Rachel right here, Sarah, Stacy, Molly. So we do have some, but these are real people that write real sales copy. And so that's what that part is, the style. And then the tone, you're going to select your tone right over here. I just put trustworthy right over here. And that's how you make your adjustments on this, right? So then you could come in here and you could say, hey, write me an email. And I haven't used this one out, so this is cool. So you can say, write an email. And if you want a welcome email, a promotional email, a re-engagement email, newsletter, just got all kinds of good stuff right over here. So let's just say we have a welcome email for someone that just signed up to our list on our site. write a welcome email for boutique printables, targeting teachers, students, and parents. So right over here, if you're going to do that part, you might want to just go and target teachers and parents. So in this case, what I would do is I would go back to edit campaign, and I would go over to right here, and I would take off students, because I wouldn't be writing an email for students, but it would be teachers and parents. And really, I'm just going to say, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Submit teachers and parents. And then we would say, generate a welcome email for us. And it's going to go out there and start generating this text for us. Now, as you saw, there was like 15 to 20 different options. Sales copy, I tried that one out. It was pretty good. Blog post, I did try a blog post out. It gave me about a 450 word blog post, which is pretty good, but it's not going to like replace Koala or Agility or something like that. But I think that this could get the job done for some light AI written content. You can see right over here, you can save the email. So we have, welcome to Printable Boutiques, your destination for high quality digital art designs. Welcome, blah, blah, blah. We are absolutely thrilled to have you. And then, so it's using your persona to create an email. And you'll have to read through that, but pretty good stuff. So we can come over here and you can see they have 2, 4, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17 different written things that you can use inside the written GPT-Zygn. But now I'm going to go back over to the apps. So in order to get to all these different app ideas, you definitely have to go to create, and you either have to use this slide bar to find what you're looking for, or you can push the create button right over here, and you can go into like a listed, area right over here of the tools. But the best way to look at what tools you want is to just click on one. And then once you click on any of those, and nope, that's not what I wanted. Really, if you click on this written AI content, that's the one that now has all these other apps right here. These are the 15 apps that they have right over here. There is an academy. As you can see, it's just mind blowing how big this app is. It's very difficult to give a condensed review of this because we're in the courses section right over here, and you can see they have webinar replays, AI agency right over here, designs that sell. If you want to learn about how to create designs that sell using their tools, you would come in here and you would watch these different courses. They have step 1, creating your content right over here. And then you have all these different videos inside of here just on creating your own content and so forth. So they have a lot of information to give you as well on how to use use Dezygn to the best of its ability, right? But I'm going to come back over here, and I've already shown you how to create the videos in AIZign right over here. I want to spend the rest of the time going over flat design and AIZign right over here. StockZign is going to create stock images for you, like what you're used to getting, like Pixabay, Pexels, Unsplash, and iStock images and so forth. But we have just way too much to go over in this video that I just almost feel rushed trying to go over all these different tools. So we have this AIZign right over here. You can create graphics and so forth using that as well. And I was just going to click one time on this humanize. You can go in here and create different characters using, using this right over here, and you can change, costumes and the way that they're going to look right there. So you can actually do some pretty cool stuff in here and create your own unique little character. Kind of cool. And then you would just download that guy right over there. And then it looks like you can change what they're doing with their body right there and so forth. I'm sure that this will develop further because I see how if you find someone dressed a certain way and you like that character, you would want to be able to do more things with that character. But it looks like in order to change the body, to change the arms to do something, you have to change the uniform. So I think that they have a ways to go with this, but it's kind of cool. So I'll just pause to just take a break with a lot of these tools. It's front loaded with a ton of different tools that you can use, right? And honestly, there's about probably 5 out of these 15 that I would really benefit from and use in my business. And the other ones are just kind of nice haves, but they definitely need a lot more development in order to really take advantage of them as well. I mean, look, you can create ebooks inside of here on Dezygn as well. So, I mean, it's front loaded, but like I said, you're going to spend most of your time in AIZign or FlatZign. So this is where I created all these images right here. And this is what you're really waiting for, is because, and I apologize for waiting till this point. I'm definitely going to do a timestamp for you guys, so you can skip to this part. But this is where you can click on here and change. If you want instant images, you would just stay inside of here. But if you want it to be kind of go up to that medium level, or if you want masterpiece, and I will say that this really does take like 3, 4, 5 minutes to create. So I'm not going to use that one. We are going to stick with instant just so you can get the gist of how, and I created these ones with instant as well. And so what you're able to do is you can go and with instant right over here in AIZign, we are going to be using one model. But if you switch over here to Style Specialist, then that's when you'll be able to come in here and switch between, absolute reality and arcane diffusion and all these other different ways to create your images. We're going to go with, we'll just go with this one. So right over here, we have man. So let's just change this right over here. And let's just say we're going to go with a dog. So I'm going to select dog. A happy dog, definitely not going to be a real estate agent dog, right? So we're going to need to go and unselect. And I don't see where I can unselect that. So I'm going to go ahead and just, I guess I just have to leave that, or there's 3 dots right here. Clear. Okay. So we cleared that. We're going to clear some of these, but this is where you can have this, these filters and objects and so forth kind of create for you. I'm going to push create, and then you'll see it's going to go start creating for us. And it created it very fast. And I think it creates certain ones very, very quickly. Well, this one is probably the best one. And one thing to notice is that you get some fuzziness and some blurriness inside of the images that it creates, even when downloading. So that's one of the concerns that I would want to reach out to support and say, hey, how do I make my images not blurry, right? Like really high def and not blurry. Now, I thought at first that it was just a preview, like if it's just part of the preview. And then here's another thing. If we want to save this, I'm going to push save right here. And right here, I'm going to talk through this so you can see how long it takes to actually save the image. I've seen it take up to 45 seconds just to save an image. And then also I've waited 30 to 45 seconds and then gotten an error message where I get a red error message right here and it actually doesn't save my image. Or I've had also, so it just finished right there. I think it takes way too long to save an image. It should be almost instant. It should take less than 5 seconds to save your image. And it definitely needs some improvement with saving images. Downloading takes a very long time. And then I've also gotten a lot of errors with trying to download. So they do have there's some bugginess and some things that they need to fix. I'm going to go ahead and push save on both these. And I don't think that I can leave this section right here until these two save. So we're going to have to hold off, and I'll be right back. So it's been about 20 seconds and you can still see it's saving right now, and it just saved those right now. So it definitely takes too long to save, in my opinion. They need to improve on that. I wanted to see the illustration section. Look, you have all these different options over here you can select. So I do think that this is great for someone that doesn't want to learn Midjourney and prompting and all the different ways to, use Midjourney. It's a little bit more on the techie side to get everything set up. I know that when I first tried to use Midjourney, I was very lost and confused. I had to download Discord, but then I had to sign up on the cloud, on the website. And then I had to learn how to prompt and, the /imagine and how to get these sizes right here in Midjourney. It takes certain knowledge and code to do as well. So there's definitely a learning curve when it comes to using a lot of those other AI tools, especially Midjourney. You do get some of the highest quality results for sure, but it does come with a learning curve. So I definitely think that this Dezygn app is perfect for the casual AI art creator or a blogger that wants to create unique images for their blog. I think that this would be a great software that is very intuitive. It's very, very intuitive. And I think that you could get down exactly what kind of prompts and what images in what settings produce the best images for you. Now, I wanted to also show you that you can do free form right over here, right? So you can go like this, and let's just say I go with a male. You can change this real quick, male robot with blue hair. Right here, I'm just going to say red. Let's say red hair. And then I'm going to say create. So it's going to go out there and create this red haired male robot. Look, this is a robot with red hair and pretty cool stuff, right? Like I said, but when we come in here and we click on it, you can see that it's blurry and so forth. And that's just a part that maybe there's something I'm missing. I would definitely want to reach out to support to find out, like, how do I get these nice crisp images? Because right here, when you try to do anything, like, I'm going to go ahead and right click and I'm going to save the image as, and I'm just going to say test red hair. And I want to go and pull this up for you guys and see if it's okay. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on that. So it's definitely still blurry when you download it that way. And also when we push the download button, I'm going to go over here, exit out of this and just push download and show you guys how it downloads as well. So it's loading. Okay. So then it moves to this section here and I can't zoom in or out or anything like that. I also don't see, I mean, I guess save image as, and I'm going to say red hair 2. And then I'm going to go and open that up and see if it's any better as far as the blurriness. The blurriness is still there. So that's definitely something that is concerning. I would definitely imagine that they probably wouldn't, there's got to be a way that we can download this in high def. Because when you're looking at it from here, everything looks super cool, right? But this is because it's very small. Once we get to a point where we want to actually download this and use it on a website or something like that, I'm not seeing anywhere in here that actually shows us or tells us how we can download it in high def. So just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Just that little bit of blurriness, right? Still looks pretty good, but still some blurriness to it. So I would definitely reach out to support on that. But other than that, really, really cool. You can tell they're using some of the latest models, AI image models right over here. And then finally, we'll just come over here and I can show you freeform. Or this is part of freeform. So I could say, let's go and change this absolute reality to like a maybe anime or arcane diffusion. That's cool. And then maybe we want to change this right over here. And then maybe we want to say wolf running in the forest. I'm going to go with a very basic prompt and see what it comes up with for us right there. And there you go. So we have a wolf in the forest right there. And you can see right here, that's very, very blurry, even to this, to our preview here. That's very blurry right there. Blurry right there. And so those are some of the things that we need to be aware of. I'm not sure about the blurriness on the images, but nonetheless, that's AIZign, right? You can come in here and go to Instant Artist and you only get the one model right here, but then we would go right here and I'm just going to try one more time, wolf running in the forest with the Instant Artist to see what it comes up with for us. And then it using that right over here with a basic prompt might do better. See, it's less blurry. You could actually use this and put this on your website because it's not blurry. So I think you have to figure out what prompts work best with what models. In this case, the Instant Artist design model works probably best for giving it a basic, very small prompt. Like these are some really good images right here. So I think you just have to play with it and so forth. But definitely I would want to know how to render out the very best quality images from them. So I would reach out to support. So that's AIZign. We're going to go back over. Anytime you want, you can go to My Images right over here, and it will show you all the different images that you've created, and we can quickly download them as well. But it's only going to show you what you created if you saved them. So you have to push the save button. Otherwise, it's not going to show up in here. That's very important to know that. Okay. So we're in AIZign. I just want to show you the other one. And kind of getting around to the next tool is actually not that intuitive. I wish that they would come up with a little bit better way. But we're going to come over here and we're going to go into the flat illustrations right over here. And I want to see which flat illustrations that I've created so far. You can see right over here. These are some really, really nice illustrations that we were able to create. So right over here, what is this? Vectorize. So if I can push the vectorize button right over here, it's vectorizing the image. Please wait. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe that is how we can completely make this very, very high quality. So there's our vector of this, and it's extremely high quality. If I zoom in, you can see on the lines right here, that is very high quality and vectorized. So I'm very impressed with that. That would work the best. We would right click and then we would just save this, and we would save this like that. So that's a vector, high quality, super cool. I'm gonna go back over here, and I have something I want to look at before. Is there something, is that maybe that's the way that we actually save those other images and high quality? We'll go back and test that in a minute. But you can see some of the other things that people have built. You've got your illustrations and so forth. Pretty cool stuff. But what you would use in here is you can still choose the model over here. I'm going to stick with the Instant Artist, and that, you, like I said, Instant Artist, you get the model SDXL. And you can change all what kind. If you want to do a cartoon, vintage, corporate Memphis, hand drawn, you've got all these flat, minimalist, 3D. So let's go with flat and show you that. And then you can change the color kind of mode right over here. I'm going to go with bright happy on this one. I did lion clip art for an 8-year-old. Let's go with, I'm just going to say corporate business meeting right there. And we'll go with the 9x16. Oh, this is kind of like a, like an infographic, just showing you kind of what it can do with that. Now I do like using the Instant Artist because it creates what we're looking for very quickly. And you can tell that these types of images right here, especially this one, so it creates 3 at a time, but this one in particular is pretty darn cool. This is something that you would have to hire someone to go out and create these unique cartoon, flat cartoon illustration type designs for us. Now there's something really weird going on right here. So you couldn't use this one because look at this arm out of nowhere. Something really weird going on right there when you actually pay attention. You got to pay attention to all of these AI graphics, guys. If you're not careful, you will end up publishing something that you regret because it will have some super weird stuff in it, right? So like right here, this lady's arm right here, or this person's arm it's like a left arm, but it's on the right side of the body. And then you have this arm coming out of this person's neck right here. So but I would almost want to say, save this. And then could we, try, I would love to see a button that once you find a graphic that is something that is something you like, I would like to see a button that says, create unique variations of this or fix or something like that, right? So there's definitely some things that we need in this tool to take it to the next level. To regenerate this. So this one's almost perfect, but it's about 80% there. We've got a mess up right here. We've got a mess up right here. There's a couple little things on the faces and so forth. It would be cool to have a button that we could kind of push and it would automatically fix some things. Would be super cool. I'd also like to regenerate this, but I don't see a button that will allow us to be able to do that as well. But this is a pretty dang cool thing to be able to control what you're doing right over here. And this is kind of the prompt of what you want right there. But this part's pretty impressive. The flat design, I think, is very unique. Haven't seen that in another tool yet. So I think that the flat design is very, very cool. So I'm going to go to my illustrations, and I imagine we'd be able to go and vectorize this, remove text, delete. Okay. But we don't see, we have a copy to clipboard. And this is the actual prompt that's happening. Look, flat design illustration with bright, happy color, palette of corporate business meeting, by award-winning illustrator Pop on Dribble. So Popular on Dribble is what they are using to create this. Now, copy to the clipboard is you'd probably be copying the prompt, but I'd like to just see a regenerate or create more like that. I know I've said that a few times, but that would just be really neat. So all in all, there's a ton more that I could cover in this, but I'm going to get to my final thoughts. This is a power-packed, massive tool with so much stuff that you can do in it. I think it's a startup. It's brand new. It has some bugs in it that I think that they will squash. This seems very high quality. And this is one of those tools that I would invest in, and I would be in it for the long haul because this could potentially replace Canva. I don't see a whole lot of ways to, generate text and do a lot of kind of Photoshop type things. And that's where Canva really, really wins. So I got to take that back. I don't think that this would actually replace Canva for you if you are using it to create YouTube thumbnails where you need to add text and so forth. But I think that this would be a first step to create your image, create the AI image to bring into your thumbnail, and then you would create your thumbnail, right? But this just has so many tools that I couldn't even cover all of them. And this is still a 30-minute review. And I feel like I wasn't able to even almost just barely touch the surface of what Dezygn can actually do. There's just too many tools in here. I didn't even get to show you the mock-up design maker, all those kind of things. So pretty sweet tool. Like I said, there are some bugs, but I'm highly confident that they're going to get all those things fixed. The fuzziness and blurriness of a lot of the images, I think that that's going to get fixed. I think that, adding in or making the save button faster. There's definitely some things that aren't perfect about this, and let's just be completely honest. But is this an app worth investing in for the one-time price? And does this app look like it's going to be around for a really long time? Absolutely. So I definitely would pick this tool up. If you are into AI graphic design, this is one of the coolest ones, probably the best AI design tool that I've seen. And there's been a lot. There's been Super Machine. There's been so many other ones. There's been, what is that other one? The AI SEO created one that was an AI image SEO or whatever it was. But there's been a lot of them that have hit this last year. But this is probably my favorite one, even though it has some of those bugs. This one, you have full control over the dial, right? When we're in here, we have full control over I would think you would spend most of your time in design. I think you would spend most of your time in AI art right here. I wouldn't get too excited about using this as a content writer, but right over here, when you can create designs that look like this and have very granular control over it under free form, you've got your guided versions over here. You have different models to choose from if you want to go to the most exceptional model, which does take a very long time. But this is where we're going to use DALL-E 3 right here. Mood, natural, vivid. We can go over here. I'm going to go with vivid. And I'm going to go freeform, wolf running in the forest. I'm going to create one while I'm continuing talking so you can see me create one with the highest level DALL-E 3 right here. But I think that this definitely could replace Midjourney, and this could potentially create good enough designs for you to be able to sell on Etsy, your own Shopify store, Teachers Pay Teachers, all kinds of other stores, Redbubble, and et cetera, et cetera. So like I said, this is definitely a tool that I think is going to continue getting those 5-star reviews, and this is going to be a pretty big tool release on AppSumo, and it has a promising future for sure. So it's been about 2 minutes. It's still not done. This one does take up to 5 minutes. And at least they give you a warning. They do say this model takes a bit longer. For quicker results, consider using Instant Artist or Style Specialist right there. All right, so the images are now starting to come in. One of them has come in. It took about 3 or 4 minutes. We have this one right here. These two are still working at it. I'm going to go and see if we can click on this one. And this is just insane. Look at this one. He's running at us, and you can see he's running in so fast with the camera angle that you can see even the kind of whatever you want to call that, but the blurriness is intentional on this one to show how fast he's running. You can see on the sides. This is a really, really nice image right here with this wolf kind of running straight at you. And it kind of went with the very kind of foresty, a lot of moss and a lot of green and so forth. That is just a really awesome image right there that you could go and publish, and no other image like this will exist on Earth because this was created with AI and it looks very realistic, but also kind of fantasy-like as well. So very impressive on that image. I'm going to go ahead and save that one. We have some other ones right over here, some different versions. It looks like on these two, it kind of went with the same type of shape, but then it changed the scenery a little bit. I'm going to go click on this one and look at it as well. It still looks pretty cool. It's just different. Look at all the birds that it decided to add in there as well. And then you have this final picture right over here. And you can see it's still saving that one over there. But here is this one right over here. Very high quality image as well. Lots of trees. Looks like it's just right early in the morning or late at night, in the evening right over here. Sun's just barely up. and this very high detailed wolf right here just looks awesome. So this is what you're going to get for this price. You're going to be getting this DALL-E 3, and you're going to, so this is one of those things where if you don't want to worry about subscriptions to all these different, like if you have Leonardo, you have Midjourney, you have DALL-E 3, you have all these, if you're going to use those tools on a daily basis and it's part of your business, you end up having to pay for a subscription regardless, right? And so if you want images with this high of quality right here, and you don't want to pay monthly, then this would be the tool to invest in, right? So this would be where I would come in here and look at the plans, and I would look, and I mean, they've got so much. If they're coming out of the gates, I mean, I really actually have to kind of give them a little bit more credit. There's, you know, obviously some things that I would like to see the improvement of. I'd like to see a roadmap and so forth. But when you're out of the gates with this many products right here on your software, they've done a lot of development to get to this point, and they came to AppSumo ready to go, right? And this is definitely one, after seeing what I've seen, the 147 right here for unlimited AI generations per month. It doesn't limit you on the using the DALL-E 3 model. This is the one that I would go for, because then you're done. You have your AI generation software is now done for you, and you pay one time. So I really would probably get this one right here if this is going to be my Midjourney replacement. Okay. I want to go and see what this AIZign looks like just for fun. See, like right here, we got the errors right there on the savings. I'm going to try again because I really like these images. I'm going to push save on this one. Nope, didn't work. Okay, image saved, and it saved that one as well. So sometimes you get like an error for some weird reason, and then, but those ones saved very quickly. All right, but I want to go over here one more time, guys. I know this is one of the longest reviews, but this software is just a powerhouse. This is just ridiculous. Okay, so I want to go and see if I can find the one that's called Agency Sign. Agency Site, right over here. I'm going to click that Agency Site button right over here and get started by clicking on the Agency Setup above. So I'm going to Agency Setup. I'm going to click that. And then we would just say over here, let's just say we have, I'm just going to say test for now. What is your agency URL? So we put our URL in. Is this a top level domain or a subdomain? Set up these CNAME records on your hosting right there. Add a screenshot of your domain setup. And then not really sure what else we would do right over here. But then we would push submit, and then it looks like that would be the first step. And then after that, maybe we would have options. And I'm not quite sure if we would then be able to manage our site inside of here, or what this does, or if it helps you. There is a learn more button. We can see set up and launch your agency platform where you can onboard and service clients for various design services. So this would be your design website where you can go and be a designer and go out and start getting people to hire you to create all these graphics. So that's all I see right here. I'd have to do a whole nother video and actually go through this whole step right here. But at the end of the day, this is going to be a real decision maker for me, because I do pay for all these other tools. I pay for Midjourney and so forth, but it would be nice to have a tool that has this high of quality images for a one-time fee. So definitely considering picking this one up. The link will be below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this really long review, but it was just impossible to give an in-depth review without this being so long. Hopefully most of you found value in this long, in-depth review. At the end of the day, if I had to score this, even with the bugs, even with some of the things I didn't like about it, some of those images that are blurry for no reason, I don't understand, I would have to give this probably an 8 out of 10. It's just pretty impressive with what you get. So link will be below. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.